Is it the fact that people are wanting to create some excitement about a game that perhaps they're watching at home, and they're watching as a neutral fan, and it might be a little bit dull, maybe even a little bit of a boring watch.
I mean, it's definitely one of the things. I'd hesitate to say which one is the most um, indicative or the most or the strongest predictor. Like I was saying, because there is quite a number of them. Um, but definitely excitement and definitely things related to like social aspects. I saying it kind of falls within that mastery motivation a little bit, but it's sort of one of these things where, I mean, again, you probably have an experience of this as well, which is friends love to brag or they love to talk about how much they won on an accumulator, or you'll see on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook pictures of people with accumulators or bets on with, the fiver or the £10 they've put on, or and the 2 grand that they might get out. um you'll always as well probably only hear about the wins,
Yeah.
a weekend or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, I won 200 quid on this accumulator, and obviously the conversation goes, oh that's amazing. How much did you put on? He's like, oh, I only put on a quid, and I got 200 quid from it. It's like, oh, that's paid for this weekend. That that's going towards my holiday, and that's your typical conversation that you'd have. Um, but obviously they're not telling you about the losses. They're not telling you about how many bets they've put on through the week. They're not telling you how much they've actually lost over multiple weekends. You'll only hear about the odd win now and again. So I think there's definitely a social aspect to it in terms of being able to be involved in a conversation with people about football, about again what you've been up to, the fact that you've been winning money and you've got money. I think that definitely is an aspect to it. Um, but like I was saying, that there is others as well. I mean, detachment and escape is a very big one. Um, takes you again. You everyone deals with stress and deals with issues in their life. I say you make decisions every day, and detachment is that need to escape or that need to not focus or concentrate on the real life and real problems. It's sort of that taking you out of the situation, the way you're feeling, and focus just on the game or focus on the gamble. Um, that is another, well, one of the big predictors is that people get very stressed. Again, whether it's through their job, through a partner, peers, just making decisions. It could be something as simple as you had something planned and it fell through, and now you feel frustrated or angry or a bit sad by what happened, and it's kind of then sort of like a need or a means of coping and dealing with those negative feelings. Or sometimes it can be things like boredom. If you had something planned, it fell through, you've now got all this time. Well, you need to fill that time with something in order to sleep and then have the next day where you might have something then planned. So it sort of feeds into each other, and obviously over time this can lead to like conditioning, or what they also call like cognitive schemas, where you basically condition yourself or think, when you're in an instance where you feel sad or you've got some spare time and you're bored, and you may be frustrated or angry, or your automatic or somewhat of an unconscious thought is, well, I'll just get my phone out and I'll place a bet.
If you enjoyed this short clip from Football the Imperfect Game, you can catch full episodes of the podcast on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Thank you for listening.